Actually, hit the first one right back to you.
The backhand?
Yeah. I want it to be more realistic. I don't want it to be like.
I'm sorry. I forgot to ask, can you tell when
Yeah.
after the backhand, how far am I when the ball is coming relative to where I'm standing? Does it look like I'm jamming myself? No.
What do you mean? You mean how far over?
Relative to where the ball
I don't
is.
know what that. I mean, for me, it's a different thing. It's like you want to adjust to the ball, and how comfortable you are hitting the ball determines whether you're over or not. Because if you're too far away, you're stretching for it. If you're too close, you feel jammed.
Okay, so the question is, do I look more jammed in general?
That's for you to determine.
Okay.
I mean, usually you can tell if you're jammed or you're stretching.
Well, basically what I'm trying to find is if I'm even positioning myself properly so that I'm not jammed.
That's what you need to use, the internal reference. If you feel uncomfortable at all stroking the ball, and you ask yourself, am I too far away from it? Because I misjudged there, I went too far, or do I feel choked off? Then you should answer the question for yourself. You should be able to.
Is that reachable?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if you can solve that problem from like what makes it I don't know if you know what variables to adjust, because you always have to assume that that shot is coming. If you
say variables,
like how can you increase your likelihood to get that ball?
is it the stuff I did before?
Some of it, yeah.
Or is it stroke mechanics?
Nope. It's
The shot
pure
like-
positioning. It's understanding your position. Yeah.
You said before, right?
Yeah.
Before I
It's actually pretty much when you hit your inside out forehand, you have to make a position adjustment right there. Because you have to assume this is coming, right? Because in a real match, anybody seeing you pivot like that is going to try to hit it down the line. And that's why I wanted to block it, because I didn't want it to be me eating faster than it would normally happen. Ah, you made the adjustment. Yeah. People underestimate, it's like, it's better to be off the table than it is to be. It's much easier to come forward if I block it short than it is, because when you're close to the table and I block it, you just, that's why you were asking, is that even gettable? Right? But if you're off the table and I drop shot, that at least you can make an attempt for. You clearly can be like, I can get that, or I can try to get that. When you were close to the table and I just blocked, and those were medium blocks, and you, as soon as I hit it, you're like, I can't get to that. But the moment you backed up, you're like, oh, I might be able to get to it.
If it was fed regularly though, am I backing up that much?
The moment you hit your worst case scenario, so this is a plan for the worst possible shot that they could hit. The worst possible shot. What do I need to do to cover that first? The worst possible shot from the inside out forehand is a block down the line. That's your worst possible. So you got to be like, that is number one. Anything after that, I could probably deal with. Like, so you don't automatically start going for it, but you do back up to give yourself time to get to it. Because you don't know when it may be near the floor by the time you get to it, but at least you can get to it.
So when it's in the feeding context, should I still be backing up that much?
Yeah, because you got that same block you just got to, you would have totally just let go on the previous 3 times, just because you gave yourself, just backing up 6 inches to a foot gives you way more time and distance to get to it. It's now, the more angle I hit, the harder it is if you back up. But I'm trying to block in such a way, technically your shot should always go here, because that forces the hardest possible shot for them. Most of the time down here, you hit this, they're going to miss that if they try to get to it. So typically, you don't actually have to worry about it. You go a table up, and you're going to start doing this. Or maybe a 2-tip. Yeah, much easier back there. See? Now all of a sudden those are all gettable. Now, your own experiment, same thing, but don't back up. It's amazing how much 12 inches, that makes all that difference. Like there's no way you can get to that, especially not with how you approach the ball.
So if you feed this,
oh, sorry, 1,
1, 2, 3, 1.
Yep.
I don't have time.
Yeah, so the moment you hit this last one,
Back up?
well, no, you gotta do 2 things. You have to, when you back up, you have to go that way a little bit. So right after you hit this shot, stay over there, stay over there. Hop over and back up. Because you're gonna hop and then you're gonna have to cross that. The first thing is because you don't really know if it's going there, right? So you don't wanna commit. The main thing to do is hit the forehand, hop over, and then you might be able to, and you go over and back at the same time. Because you need to back up to get, because now the ball takes longer to get up. Like you're almost for sure going to be hitting the ball with the tip if you're really stretching out as far as you can go.
So that's how the training videos do it? Like when we see them do a cross-step forehand?
No, because you don't do that. You don't do the cross-step footwork. You do your,
Right.
and you can't, that cuts off how far you can reach because you're trying to hop over like this, and normally it's this.
So they don't back up that much then when they do it?
They don't have to do as much. That's a compensating mechanism for you. Because most, like, you remembered a couple times when you hit it wide on me and I went like this?
Yeah.
Like that? You don't go that way. Because you're constantly trying. Now, if I tried to do that, I wouldn't even be able to get to the ball, much less do it. So a big reason why you miss these shots is because you don't stretch out this stuff. You don't face the ball and then go towards it. You try and go like that to the ball, and there's no way you can reach it that way. So the only compensating mechanism is to pre-bias towards that, and that gives you your best shot.